Hello, Chair, Vice Chair, and members of the Measure O mission. This is Sherry Klima, the Deputy City Manager, and I'd like to present today on an update on the status and accomplishments of current Measure O projects. You have before you a lengthy staff report that should look very similar to those of you that were on the commission last year. We did this almost identical staff report last year, but we've updated everything about it this year so that you have a picture of what it is that we've accomplished in 2021 related to the existing Measure O projects. As you're aware, last year there were just over 40 Measure O projects. This year the count is 42 active projects. We have 12 one-time funded projects, and I'll explain the definition in a moment. And then we've got 30 ongoing projects. The ongoing projects receive a particular amount of funds each fiscal year. And then if staff doesn't use all the funds, we don't roll over unused funds. Those unused funds are reabsorbed into Measure O in general. Every year, the project gets a certain amount, and that's all that it can use that year. The one-time funded projects receive a particular amount of funding once, and those funds can roll over from year to year. Once those funds are expended, the project's done. There's no additional funds that come in future years. This year, in addition, we separated the operational projects because you all have asked about debt service. So we've separated the 30 ongoing projects into two categories. One of them is operational, ongoing projects. For example, projects that happen at the library or at the PAL. And 5 of the ongoing projects, what we call projects, are actually debt service items. So while the services or the purchase may be complete, they are ongoing in the sense that every year we have to pay down the debt service. For those 5 ongoing debt service items, we've also provided for you the date of the debt maturity in the chart. Last year, I did this presentation and it was 45 minutes long because I went line by line through each of these projects and explained to you what the current status was and what some of the project accomplishments were. Some of you really liked that, and some thought that it was way too lengthy, and I probably land in the latter category. So I will not do that this year. I have provided this staff report to you, and you can read through it and go through each project and look at the current status and the project accomplishments. We're very proud of what our various departments have been able to do. This has been a challenging year, as you all know, for providing services due to the COVID pandemic. We've still got social distancing requirements and other health and safety requirements. There's also been, as you know, a real supply lag. And so in our projects, for example, a lot of our infrastructure, public works projects, it's been really, really challenging to obtain the materials that we need. And so with all of those hurdles, we're very proud of what staff has been able to accomplish, and we hope you take the time to read through and look at just how many of our residents were positively impacted by Measure O this year. I think it made a tremendous difference. At the very bottom of the report, we do list for you two projects that were listed last year in the report and are no longer listed. One of them is the Lemonwood Environmental and Land Project, which is not a viable project due to the high cost of the environmental study required for remediation. And so we've closed that project and returned the funds. And the other project, which was tremendously successful but has been closed and completed, is the Parks and Rec Master Plan. You can read in your report just how many residents, truly more than 1,000, contributed to this master plan through surveys and 34 public workshops. And there were a lot. This was a very, very extensive effort, which culminated in adoption by the City Council. And therefore, that project is completed and no further funding is needed. Additionally, last year, when we did create this chart, we did inadvertently leave out one of the projects. So we did add that project in there. Those are the only changes made to the chart. Is the two completed projects were taken off, the one missing project was added in, and then we separated out debt service from other ongoing projects. Staff has spent considerable time giving you true updates on some of the projects, really giving you as much data, as many statistics as we can give you on project accomplishments, so you have a good grasp of what we've been able to accomplish. And we welcome all of your questions. I will be at the meeting, but also we will have staff representatives from each of the departments, so you can dig in deep into some of these projects if you like, and really ask us where we're headed and what we're doing. We look forward to those questions and the conversation. Thank you.